Welcome back, everyone. Special guest with us today, Richard Schwartz and McGruff, the crime doll. And all we had to do was make one call, and you came.
There you go. That's right.
Thanks so much for being here.
Oh, I enjoy it. This is something I do every year around the state, every Halloween. And the reason I got involved in it is because in my business, I've seen a lot of bad accidents. And it's at this time of year, a lot of children get hurt by cars, really, really serious injuries, and it devastates the whole family.
Absolutely.
And I just made it my challenge to do something about that.
So one of the things you do is to go out, you visit schools across the state.
I do.
You bring along McGruff with you to talk to children about safety measures during Halloween, and you leave them with some nice little fun gifts, right?
I do. We McGruff and I, and they love McGruff. We actually give them reflective bags full of candy. And we make them make certain promises to us, one being that they actually use these bags because they reflect. They educate their parents because on the back there's safety tips for the parents to read to make sure they're safe. And we also make promises like they won't eat the candy, they won't do things without an adult looking at it, and they use flashlights, and we go through some safety measures. The reality is sometimes the kids are smarter than the parents, and it's easy for the parents to let kids go wild on trick-or-treat and not get involved, but they need to be involved to make sure a disaster doesn't happen. One
of the tips that you give, aside from making sure you're with adults, don't you also encourage children to trick-or-treat in groups?
We do, with an adult that's with them, and we actually tell them to tell their parents or their adult, look at the property or look at where they're going to trick-or-treat during the daytime the day before so they can look for pitfalls, look for things that could happen. The main thing they need to do is make sure the children don't run in the streets, don't do things that are obviously silly, because I know when we were kids we would have done anything for candy, it seems like. So we know that's a problem and we need to do something about it, and McGruff and I, we ask the kids to give us a thumbs up, right? Thumbs up.
McGruff, are the kids always really excited to see you when you walk in? They don't care about this guy.
No,
they
no,
see
it's
you.
McGruff.
What's the message that you have for adults out there? I mean, there's lots of tips that you can give to the children, but what would you say to the parents?
Well, the main thing is shows like this is reminding the parents that they need to take safety precautions, because I'm telling you that it's a time where there's kids in cars. And they're not looking out for trick-or-treaters, or trick-or-treaters can run in the street without any regard, and so you need to be mindful of those facts. Do whatever you have to do to protect them. Put something that's bright on them so the cars can see them. Make sure that they're monitored. Make sure that they're in safe environments. Make sure you teach the kids the safety rules that are on the bag and others. Look it up on the internet. If you have any questions, you're welcome to call us.
All right, there's the number that you can call if you want to get more tips. Some very lucky kids this afternoon at Heritage and at Sale Elementary, is that right?
No, we're going to Heritage and Fairview.
And Fairview, that's right. So, all right, thanks so much for coming by. We appreciate
Enjoy
it.
it. Thank you so
McGruff,
much.
great seeing you as always. All right.